the whole thing was getting worse. Saturday, it was bad, so my husband had to rush me to the hospital. Welcome back to my channel. The name remains Bediwa Esedu, and this is a saved life. My story, which I promised, is today. I decided to do it today, and I hope you have a good time here today, learning one or two from my story. As I always say, it is the Lord that has brought me this far, and without Him, I don't know what I'll do. He has brought me this far. It's just by amazing grace. I am at the office, so if you hear any interruptions, forgive me. I want to break it into 2 or 3 parts, depending on how the story goes. Now, I would have to backdate a little. If you have not watched my video in which I was telling you guys what actually happened to me in January, you might have to watch it, because this one is like a continuation of everything that was happening to me. So if you've not watched it, I'll link it up here. You can go and watch it. I'll back up a little for the sake of those who would not have the time to go watch it but are interested in what actually happened. In January, I had to go for tapping, and it brought me some sort of weakness, and I couldn't go to work for about 2 weeks or so. I recovered all right, returned to work, and in April, I started having episodes of tummy aches. So sometimes when I eat, I get acid refluxes here and there, and those things happen. It comes and it goes, so it wasn't a big deal. But in April, leading to somewhere 23rd, I was having the pain, and it wasn't subsiding. I observed it the Tuesday, the Wednesday, it was bad, so I had to attend the hospital on Thursday. I went to the hospital, and when they ran some tests on me, let me put it that way, they found bacteria in my blood. Mind you, in January, we didn't even find out in January that it was actually bacteria. It was this time around that when they said bacteria in my blood, we had to backdate, and we're like, okay, so that is actually what kept me at home in January after the tapping. Because I remember the doctors did say those were some of the dangers of the tapping. So they don't like to do it often. So when they did this particular test and the doctor confirmed that I still had some bacteria in my blood, it explained the funny episode I had in January. I was taken to the emergency ward. They gave me some drips. They gave me some medication for the blood, and funny enough, I went with the pain in the stomach, but they didn't really pay attention to it, though they did tell me it was gastritis. But the medications they gave me, I think they forgot to give me something for the pain in the stomach. So I went home, and the Thursday, Friday, the whole thing was getting worse. Saturday, it was bad, so my husband had to rush me to the hospital at night. When we got there, a different doctor met me, checked me, and he was even asking, are you pregnant, blah blah blah, and I was like, nah. Because of the ascites, it makes me look like a pregnant woman, but I wasn't pregnant anyway. So he admitted me, gave me some medications to reduce the stomach pain, and then later that night he decided to discharge me, because I felt a bit relieved. You know, the medication was given to me through the IV, so it worked quite fast. I got a bit of a relief, and it seemed like, oh, okay, all is well. So we were well on our way home, and it returned again because the medication had left my system. So they had to take me back, and this time around they gave me something for the stomach. I've forgotten the name of the medication, because in fact I couldn't take it, because at a point I was taken to my parents' end. The day we were going to my parents' home, we passed through a different hospital. That hospital is actually one that uses natural means of healing. So they give you fruits, they teach you the kind of food to eat and all that. So when we got there, they had to run another set of tests to confirm what I had told them. And they gave me some charcoal so if you don't know about the charcoal, I've forgotten the correct name for it, but charcoal kind of helps reduce stomach pains. It's kind of a remedy for it. They gave me some immediately to take and kind of helped a little. And they ran me through my new menu. So I wasn't supposed to take meals with pepper, a whole lot. They gave me some medications that were natural meds, and we set off to my parents' house. Those set of medication didn't work because sometimes I had to take almost a liter of fruits mixed together. And because of the pain I was feeling, mind you, I couldn't sit, I couldn't lie down. Standing is a problem because I'm very weak. I cannot eat. When I eat, I throw up. Even water was a challenge because of the pain in the stomach. And it was so bad that sometimes I was short of breath. And when I have to take all that fruit, almost 1 liter fruit blended together, will I call it fruit juice? It wasn't so juicy. It had rough edges in it, so it wasn't so juicy. I have to take all of that, and it wasn't easy. Let me take a break. I'll be right back.
This is Christian Family Hub, and we are here to bless you with amazing Christian content.
Don't forget to like our videos, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. It's gonna be fireworks. Watch out!
Bye bye. See you.
Welcome back, guys. So yes, let's continue with the story. I had to take those fruits. All I could take was sometimes oats. The oats, I wasn't preparing it as the usual. When you put water on fire, it's warm. No. This one, I have to boil the water and just pour the oats in it, stir and take it. I was allowed to take only what we call breakfast, the Tom Browns, the rice water, I call them cereals. It wasn't all cereals, but most cereals were allowed. And then I was allowed greens, some vegetables, something like tomatoes. I was advised against it. I can't even recall everything, guys, but basically my eating changed and it didn't really work because I wasn't getting any relief whatsoever. So after deliberations, after prayers here and there, after all that we could do, it was time to go back to the hospital. I think this continued for like a week. They monitored this feeding and this new diet and all that medication, they call it, but well, we tried it for a week, and when we were not seeing any change, it was time to go back to the hospital. The next part of the story I'm going to take from this side, when we had to decide to go back to the hospital. learned a few things during this time. God did not leave me. He did not forsake me. He hears us when we call on him. He answers prayers. And it wasn't an easy journey, but he did not leave me. He did not forsake me as he has promised. After these things I have been through, the Hebrew boy story makes so much sense because God did not leave them. In the fire, he was with them. So we will feel one or two things. We'll go through one or two things, but we will come out victorious. As Christians, we are actually fighting our battles in victory already. And he did not leave me. And I just want to encourage you. I don't know what you are going through right now, but know that the Lord is with you. He will not leave you and he will not forsake you. Thank you for being here. I hope you watch this part, you like the video, you comment, share, and more importantly, or most importantly, subscribe. And I would please like that you hit the notification button so that anytime I post, you'll be the first to receive it. Don't forget that when you subscribe, it doesn't cost a thing. Thank you guys. I'll see you again.